Gone wild out here, girl. Gone wild.
After sailing all night, we finally reached Wilmington Beach the next morning. We dropped anchor to take a nap, but when we woke up for breakfast, we were surrounded by hundreds of boats. Chris is about having a heart attack. So we decided to eat breakfast on the go and get moving as quickly as possible. But due to heavy currents and lots of traffic, it was a bit difficult. And then, just as a big boat was passing, we realized we made the grave mistake of forgetting to clip the anchor chain in. I quickly latched it so it wouldn't fall any further, but we both knew that Chris could pull it up way faster than I could, so I ran back to the helm as he came up to haul it over. Luckily, nothing was damaged, but we still had a long day ahead of us. Memorial Day weekend in the United States.
You're headed south today. Next year, don't do it on this river.
That's
Ever.
right in your
In a
face.
sailboat. Ever.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's horrible. Just wait till Monday or Tuesday, and then go again. It's almost like bad weather. Wait
Let's
for
go
it.
find some megalodon too.
Hold the
Some
boat.
mammoth tusks. We had definitely had a weird start to our day, but as we headed further south on the Cape Fear River, things got even stranger, and by the end of the trip, I was actually jumping the wakes of ferries just to try to get some speed. Get out of the way for this big ass boat. Now we're cruising. Whee!
Yeah, you're cruising now?
We're not.
Get this way. There's another guy coming.
They all have machine guns. They don't want to go too close. Oh! It smells horrible. I bet there's a bunch of sharks over here too following that. The pelicans were following it, like right alongside of it. Maybe you can't see it. After 12 grueling hours fighting the current, we finally reached Southport and were ready to rest. The next morning, we rose with the sun and headed out for the open ocean. Sail ripped, so we gotta take it down on the way. Chris repaired the sail just in time, because even though there weren't hardly any waves during the morning, we should have known that it was only the calm before the storm. So we reefed the main and threw our foul weather gear on to prepare for the long cold passage. We still haven't caught anything on the pole all day. Need to step our fishing game up. Woo! Out riding the storm.
It's squirrely out here.
Got the main reef. The original plan was to try to make it all the way down to Charleston or even Georgetown. But once the weather started to get even worse, we decided to change direction and head for the ICW. We were closest to Murrell's Inlet, so we decided to pull in there. But little did we know, it didn't even connect to the ICW. Somehow that little detail got overlooked. 2 more hours?
Of the tide going out?
At 7:42 the tide changes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we were just inquiring to see if you guys had any transient berths. I have a 39-foot, 11.5-foot wide sailboat.
What's your draft?
4-3.
How long are you looking to have a slip?
Just for the night. Just for the night.
Yes, sir, we do. We have one. We'll come straight into the fuel dock, and you will have a starboard or no, aft in starboard tie.
Copy that. So aft in, starboard tie.
Yes, well, we'll be waiting on you here shortly.
Okay, thank you so much.
We shelled out some dollars to stay at the marina for the night, thinking that the next day we could definitely find a local anchorage to be protected in. But somehow we misread the markers and that didn't happen. Leaving Marinque Marina and going out to look for an anchorage. Super low tide. And we just ran aground. Second time. Maybe we should just wait here until the tide comes back in. Are we moving?
93640.
Maybe we should just back up and go into the marina again. We're unstuck for the second time. For the moment. Do not want to end up like that guy. We're heading right back into the marina. Gonna wait for high tide. Maybe what we should have done in the first place as well.
Going to the beach, man. I think we were on some tropical island right now.
Almost.
Cause there's palm trees swaying in the wind. We are in South Carolina. Good old South Carolina. Flying high in the sky is a kite.
There's a little bird.
Yeah, I've been watching him.
He's fighting.
He dives down and gets minnows out of the surf. Whoa, there he goes.
Woo!
He goes down and does a dip.
The best thing about not being able to leave was at least that we got to go to the beach. And the waves were still pretty large for the channel, so we decided to wait another day. Holy crap, we just went through some huge waves. That channel was roaring. Waves splashed up even into the V-berth. Be careful going into Merle's Inlet. Merle's Inlet is a really narrow channel, and some of it can actually even be pretty shallow. So anyone going through there, caution. Make sure you're going with the wind and the waves, otherwise it's going to be a bumpy ride. Our 39-foot Pearson got rocked around like a little rubber ducky at the beginning. But thank goodness, once we made it offshore about 7 miles, it was nothing but smooth sailing all the way to Georgetown. We were still a little bit shaken up though, so we decided to wear our new Mustang life jackets for the first time. We do really make a good team in the cockpit. I read to Chris, and he plays me music. Face is getting sunburned. Been tacking all day long. I've only gone like 40 miles. So it's about to become a night sail. Well, if we come in around 3, then that'll be perfect. That's like just about slack. Right before it's slack. And then it'll start to carry us in. We want to say thank you for watching, and we hope you are enjoying the adventure. Follow us next time as our engine breaks down in Georgetown and we do everything we can to fix it. Until next time, have fun.